run the world. Marauding!
Battle time is feeding time!
Sea Fang's ready. I travel the world seeking jewels, yes.
I can!
Chieftain of the tribe. War unceasing.
Speak!
Take what's theirs. You have my favor.
Grind runes!
Sent by the serpent. In agreement. Accepted.
King on trolls!
No.
Hero flesh!
The Ice Queen does not want you.
These bricks, they arrived
Gather!
to raid. Unfortunately.
It is done! Sent by the serpent!
And he probably wants to attack as well, so... Let's see what he has.
my enemies!
A step too far. Denied. Enslave the Southerners. Yes.
Marauders all! The eagle guides me.
My Ice Age comes! World Scourge!
Bloodthirsty!
Hey, Pennywise, good morning.
I guide the tribe.
Wait a minute, these are our mages, they're back. Wait a minute, they came back on their own? I did not need to...
Shaman sorcerer.
I did not need to
Dominate.
recruit them.
Foreseen. Take their treasure.
Lord of the Monster Horde!
So it's interesting, Kislev got 3 towns, built an army and just declared war on a bunch of people. 4 towns. While raiding one of our areas. Oh, they got into Krakadrak, interesting.
Understood. On the prowl.
Almost caused a rebellion in this area. Yeah, we need to deal with them soon.
King on thrones!
Wolfric. I travel the world seeking jewels. Today you bring one. Northmen come. Your paltry hope. Fear, I've little time for talking. But
Wolfric joined our confederation. That's it. Without beating him into submission, but seems like he barely had anything. Yeah.
Did you say something?
Nice, there's another immortal sorcerer. Oh, this is the guy. That's the guy with the spell.
Muad Wushra Veos.
I wonder, like, they never have any items, or is it just because they joined me? I mean, they do have some items, sometimes. They had some regiments of renown. We can still maintain this. Interesting.
Spit your paltry horde.
Seems like Wulfric was super weak, but yeah, we can get him. Oh, he is a legendary lord. We can recruit him. Interesting. That's weird. I don't remember I had Rog as a legendary lord. No, I follow whatever the game. Like, I usually do the short one. Here it doesn't really matter because it's across the world, like into Itza and into Camry as well, if I'm not mistaken. Where is Camry? Well, not really Camry, but you have Skavenblight, which is here, Black Crag, not far from Camry, which is here. For example, when we were playing the Tomb Kings, and we took control of all of this, which was like 400 turns, the short victory condition was to build pyramids in this area. The long one was to also conquer Lizardmen, and that would be like too much. I've already gotten tired from that faction at that point. Or not faction, but from that campaign. I mean, you could make your own. Nobody, like, doesn't really change anything, but... I mean, our own goals are the mini goals before we get to the campaign goals. Like, everything I do is a goal. 30 turns roaming, then the goal was to settle down, then the goal was to kill the Skaven, then the goal was to take all of the west. Now the goal will be, after we finish that one, to kill Kislev. Once that is done, then we're gonna pick up another bone with somebody else. So it's kind of, you know, you do make your goals. They're just not written down, it's like, you know. So it's kind of like that. Or sweaty mouths. Yeah, fortunately doesn't play that big of a part. But I see what you're saying. There's growth here. I think we're gonna go for money, and later on we will reconstruct some things. Okay, if Throg is in the west, we need somebody to be in the east. Since this is level 4, I'm gonna bring Wulfric here.
Yes, the eternal challenger.
But damn, he's still level 28. I see why people playing with the mod to be able to respec your characters. Because the AI just, I mean, in SFO the AI does a bit better job, but for example, I would not take anything of this for Wulfric. I mean, if you're going for a mammoth, I guess you don't need these two, even though you can switch here. You can switch the mounts, but like, he loses all of his spells when he's on the mammoth, I believe. Sea Fang and all that. Yeah. His other benefits. Maybe we should install respec. And then AI also does like things that I might have not have done. I mean, maximum growth on a combat character. He did a weird fucking job on this one. Let's actually look into respec. mod if I can install it. Halfway. One button respec updated. See if it's compatible with SFO. Works with SFO, radius, etc, etc. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that mod actually works. Some people say it doesn't. Some people say it breaks something. One button respec. I guess after this turn we're gonna try this.
Take what's theirs.
To the four corners! This is folly.
See what he has built. He went for the recruitment ability. Oh, I forgot about this. We could have actually put him in Hell Pit.
I am the one.
And he has the sword. Bad. That's a sphere. Yeah, okay, for now. Oh wow, if you set him on a mammoth, it increases your upkeep. Let's see, 313. Yeah, it does. Whoops. Yeah, after this turn we're gonna restart real quick. Since he just has bullshit abilities there. I mean, not bullshit, it's kind of like AI chose what he thought he was using and shaped him the way he wanted to shape him. But that is just not for us. I'll be right back. Let's subscribe. We did. Just see where this button is. Oh, okay, it's at the bottom left. Yeah, let's check this out. Yeah, the community bug fix mod actually checked. It says that it's included in SFO, so I unsubbed from it as well. 311 bugs fixed by the community. Let's see if we can respec.
My challenge? Undeniable.
Oh, this can only be done once. Oh, I see, that's cool. I mean, better than nothing. Let's see if we crash. No. That's cool, so you can do it once, and this is, for example, really good for Wolfric, because AI give him a bunch of garbage. I'd rather take rating and replenishment, plus more rating, lightning strike, reduction in upkeep, more reduction in upkeep. We don't need any of the mounts, so that was completely useless for me. Or campaign movement. And, well, it's Wolfric, we're gonna go for a Marauder's army. Upgrades first. Probably Horse Masters as well. Even though you could go for Mammoths here, I think. Let's grab this. And more income from raiding. Physical resistance for Marauder infantry, yeah. This. Leadership when attacking. That's pretty good. Constant around self. Then we need this. I think we're gonna go with the Horse Masters. Upgrades. Since it also gives hunters, but it doesn't include the whalers or anything. There we go. This is completely different and way stronger. My opinion. I mean, for specific, I guess, purposes. He's level 28. We could get maybe this extra rating, or go and get him some defense and resistances. Bit of speed. It's a good point. Then we have speed here, I think. Let's increase melee defense. There we go. Right. We'll have 2 points.
I am the one.
It's amazing because he gives us public order, and I can turn on the taxes. Places. To some extent. Ah, these guys run out of cash. That's why we're losing.
Denied.
What? I'll have a crack.
Enslave the Southerners. Understood. On the prowl.
Shaman sorcerer. Gimme!
Chieftain of the tribe.
Whoops. I clicked the wrong one. I thought I clicked on Throg.
Sent by the serpent.
So that retreat, for example, that did not count because it was my retreat. Not a retreat after I get attacked.
Crow directs me.
Killing at last.
I will still be able to retreat. Shaman sorcerer. Okay, we have that guy with the vortex.
What?
If they close, kill them.
Got it! Do not scatter! Shaman sorcerer! Going now! Ready to murder!
I'll be there!
Chaos Marauders!
Don't have to talk, man. It's all good. I'm usually talking to myself anyways. Don't worry.
Yes! What do the gods desire? The Changer directs us!
Don't you worry about that.
Slaughter.
Yeah, we need to use the auras of the characters to provide morale boost. So we're gonna set them through control hold and right click. They're walking and not running. This way we maintain vigor for the battle to come. And we're gonna use
Hex!
Shaman Sorcerer.
I will!
I see that his sorcerer is in the middle, which means technically I could send these guys. From the right flank to harass a little bit. Let's Thing is, actually I should probably reserve the spells.
Position.
We don't have much, and we need to make it count, so we're gonna send the cavalry
For the Chaos Gods!
to the right flank.
On demand! Faster!
Last time I lost these guys, and I needed these guys because I had no anti-large in the line.
Very well!
He basically, what's interesting about this, when he stretches the army like this, I mean, obviously if you readjust to one side, he will also readjust to you. But the other end of the army takes a while to get here, so point being, you can basically attack one side and the other side is completely exposed. No, it does not increase FPS, it doesn't reduce it when there is dust, that's the thing. Try looking at a battle like this when there is dust and when there is no dust. I mean, if you really want to increase FPS, there is something called Performance Maker. I think he removed it. I think though he removed it from
No! Get them! Charge! For the Black Guard! Charge them! Ah!
from Steam. What it does, it changes the level of detail. Second. Your silhouettes will look like a lot worse from the distance. I think he removed it from Total Warhammer 2 for some reason. Let's see. I remember I found it on the website, like somewhere on the internet. I don't know if anybody still has that. I mean, I removed it, but yeah. Performance Maker. Second. There we go. Found it. It's basically a shaders file. Give me a second. It's on a weird website. Mods base, because he removed it from he removed it from Steam. I don't know why. I mean, he said that because people were nagging him or some shit like that. But on the other side, he left it on he left it on Warhammer 1, I believe. I mean, if you want to, you can try this. You put it. This is the link. But what it will basically do, it will give me a second. It will make your level of detail worse, meaning units. I will show you in a moment. It's this file. And you put it into Steam. I mean, it does really help for big battles, especially because of the level of detail. Give me a second. Put it into your data folder. So let's say this is my game. This is where you put it. Like, You put it in like Steam apps, Common, Total Warhammer, data, and you just put it there. You don't need to activate it. It just, I think it works as a whole, as a file. I don't think it. I think it will appear in the mod loader, and you can toggle it on. I think maybe you even need to toggle it on. I don't remember. Basically, the whole thing of this, what it does, it adjusts this setting drastically. Unit detail. What unit detail does, its level of details. Basically, render units in higher quality from longer distances. If you put this on low, what it does, it renders them like these crappy sprite silhouettes, and that's what that file does. It like goes and creates more levels for those level of details, and what you would see from a distance, instead of like from this distance, if you look at those units, instead of like seeing them like proper units, you will see these silhouettes, you know, like sprites, and that increases performance because then it doesn't render. And you don't really look at them anyways. I used to use it. I mean, I could still use it, depends. We haven't had a proper big battle. I still have like serious FPS drops in when I zoom in specifically, and I found out that there is a weird connection between shadow detail and units detail when you zoom in. I don't know, the game renders weirdly. I guess too much detail or some shit. Back in the day, a couple of years ago, before they patched corpse lifespan, if you put unit detail on low, corpses would disappear. So it kind of forced people, you know, I like seeing a fucking chaotic battlefield with shit tons of corpses and all. But at the same time, you suffer performance issues. So they added this, and you can basically do low. And what you would see, there is a moment, if we do, can we do slow-mo? We cannot do slow-mo, but you can see, let me show you. Nope. I don't know if it's noticeable. There's like, it will be noticeable if we do low, I think. No, I don't know why.
Bring us the carnage!
Oh, there we go. It's hard to see, but you see there is a change on the units rendering. From afar they're thinner, and then there's like a wave of shadow. It basically changes the level of detail as we get closer.
Charge them! No! Nose on the sheep!
Another thing, I don't know if, I mean, if somebody knows, I just don't know. If mods affect the benchmarking, I always tested it with a pre-made custom battle of the same unit, and I would just start the battle, and that is how I would assess performance instead of going into the benchmark. I would like put a lord versus a lord, a specific unit count, and all that jazz.
Ready!
Chaos Marauders!
Moving! This is the true path to demonhood! This one!
Very well!
Shit, everybody are casting spells here.
Ready to kill.
Prepare to ruin.
Rock ready!
Shaman sorcerer! Shaman sorcerer! Quick, quick! I've seen victory!
Can I not overcast this?
Pull back!
Yes, I can.
Winds to me!
Retreat!
Incantation ready!
Fast!
What a mess.
More ground!
Retreat!
Okay,
Mortal fool!
No time wasted!
What do you think? Blood!
Leader of savages. Give me blood!
Your will? They will succumb! Pull back! My gods call!
Pull back!
The master's puppet!
he's attacking. He's attacking our
Marauders!
casters.
Hungry and angry! Rock ready!
Retreat!
Shamanic death! Into position! I'll be there!
Immediately.
We serve the gods!
Let me kill!
A killing comes!
Bring us the carnage! Destroy their world! Quick!
Oh, is there a hero on the mammoth? Let's see what's going on.
Rock ready! Just a sec! Suppose.
So right now I'm like at 28 FPS, probably 30. If I did have dust, you would have dust in these lines, and let's say you would zoom in, it would just be more choppy, you know. So, and the problem with the performance in this game, if you have reduced performance, the UI lags, so it could be sometimes annoying when you would click on a spell, and you would click like overcast it, you double click, then it cancels it. Sometimes you would click on it, it would not click, you would click again, then you would try to cast it on the field, and because there's like input lag, it will cancel the cast. So there's like weird issues with the UI. And it's interesting because if you do this, you get 3 FPS extra. Somehow the UI is hindering performance in this game, so at least on my system. And I've done like extensive tests with different settings and different mods, with like no grass or no dust, or CB, which is the enhanced effects, with increased effects and increased dust, and how decals and blood affects your performance, and all kinds of things. Like I've done all kinds of things. There's a serious performance drop. I'm playing with the CB effects that make blood dry up, and decals and other things, all kinds of projectile impact textures vanish. But if you play with the heavy version of that mod that makes them permanent, you will lose shit tons of frames as the battle goes on. It's crazy. Like it's really crazy.
Braced for war.
There's an interesting mod for shadows. Basically, it's a trick. What he does, it's called blob shadows. What he does is that you put the selection marker always on. You see this? Without the coloring. Basically, you turn off the shadows, which is a serious performance hog. You turn off the shadows, but then the units look floaty because there is no shadow, so they do not look attached to the ground. But what that modder did, he used the selection marker as a blob shadow, so every unit will have a round shadow underneath him, and it creates that connection between the silhouette to the ground, meanwhile not using any performance at all because you remove the shadow detail completely and you're just using those circles underneath the units. It's just a kind of witty trick to not use the shadows in this game. Meanwhile, you know, retaining that connection between the model and the ground. Mana orb, buggy content, 3 FPS. Yeah, like, it's really weird. There's so many things that cause FPS issues in this game, and together it just strains any machine, you know? That's just the way it is. Oh, we lost the glass cannons. Wait a minute. That's weird. Wasn't that the leader? Where was he? I think he moved him away. When did that happen? I thought that was the leader. It's not cool.
Despoil and ravage. I hear you. Moving out. Enslave the Southerners.
Enslave the Southerners. Decamping. Despoil and ravage.
Say something.
I think that's him. No, that's Khmer Han.
Yes.
Maybe he is in your Bjornling's gathering. We need to find him actually. There's even, you see the stuttering? Like this stuttering, there's also a serious performance drop when you draw a movement line in some areas. Like, this game is really weird. Like because I'm drawing and moving the camera at the same time, there's a specific area we need to show. I had that with the Tomb Kings. When you like cross a big... There we go, you see all the stuttering happening and also happening on my screen. I don't know, maybe the calculation of the movement or whatever, it's just whatever.
Yes, yes, going. I know where.
As we roar chaos. Garhara chaos.
Like, can't I kick him?
Sarwush ra.
CPU bottleneck, yeah. I mean, the bottleneck of this game is that it's not utilizing properly the cores. Most of the CPU is not being used at all, so it is what it is. I mean, all in all, you could say, well, this game renders like thousands of units at the same time. Yes, that's an achievement. But if you ever played something like Supreme Commander or Ashes of Singularity, which is kind of like a copycat of Supreme Commander, which is better graphics, it literally has like crazy amount of units and shit tons of effects and shadows happening at the same time. It runs now it uses the Vulkan API. It was using DirectX 12. Vulkan runs better for me in every game so far. If it's Red Dead Redemption, Ashes of Singularity, I think Doom has Vulkan, just better than DirectX. And DirectX 12 was just dog shit. If it's Battlefield 5, if it's Star Wars 2, Battlefront 2, the EA version, if it's Red Dead Redemption, everything DirectX 12, it's dog shit. This game, DirectX 12, dog shit as well. DirectX 11 just runs better, so.
More killing.
Yeah, well, the DOSBox you limit it on purpose, because if you give it too much,
Fine.
then your animation will be skewed up, no? Like everything will be like running fast, unless you have like some kind of vertical sync ability or something like that. Where's that damn leader?
What?
Yeah, the videos, yeah. So yeah, and that's the thing, it's like not the developer's fault. I don't know whose fault it is, if it's like whoever, I don't know how the connection is made. I'm not a developer, I'm just from practice. Vulkan runs better on most games that I've tried. DirectX 12 is just garbage, and DirectX 11 just runs fine. But yeah. Anyways, where did he vanish? Where's that dude?
Slaughter the sheep.
We're actually finally making some cash by not moving. We're able to sustain some of our armies. Once we get even more cash rolling, we will be able even to march around the world.
Marauders all!
If I could secure...
The bear roar.
These guys are sitting on 5 towns. We need to come back and kick their ass, or raise an army with Wolfric. It's just I wanted to finish taking control of west side of the north.
My challenge? Undeniable.
I mean, the developers do. The ones that develop the API, I guess. Not specifically the people... Well, people that develop the game and work with it, I guess they also have an insight into it, you know? But yeah, I definitely don't understand. Can't say that I do. These units are super expensive. But I've just been doing like different testings and all that. In Red Dead Redemption, I also have been doing like extensive testing with different settings to see like what, you know, what pops, what severely affects performance and all that jazz. There are like things that affect performance drastically that you will never notice. Like, there's no way in the world you will notice unless like you're standing still and you're looking for it. In Red Dead Redemption, for example, a serious performance hog is the volumetric fog on, I think it's resolution on close distances. And the only way to notice that, if you really set it on low, then you go into nighttime, you stand next to a light source, and there is fog, and you would see that the fog is like these chunks, you know, of pixels. Other than that, if you raise it to medium, it's fine. If you go high, it kicks the shit out of your card, and you don't really see it. And there's like a bunch of those type of things, you know?
Be wary, my lord, for the dark elves.
It's quite interesting, actually.
The
Quite interesting. At least to me, I don't know, like testing and seeing. There he is. I was looking for you.
Battle time is feeding time. My ice age comes.
So we get this guy as well. Gonna send him back down south to spread corruption. So yeah, we've installed that one-time respec mod, so I can respec some of the characters we get from Confederation, because the you know, AI just goes kind of ham, gives you everything, or like some things that you don't really need, like he suits them for his own use, but then when you grab them you're like, okay, I don't really need this or that. Yeah, I would agree with that statement and opinion, because I mean, some are obviously more proficient at their jobs, depends on what they were working and different things they were working with, but you can tell sometimes when devs are using you know, bundles from like they use Unity or they use Unreal, and they use like all kinds of whatever Unreal has to offer, but it's not them that they're coding it in. For example, Unreal Engine game, God, there was Paragon that looked great and ran perfectly fine, made by Epic Games, which are the developers of Unreal Engine. And then you had something, just an example, something like XCOM Enemy Unknown that looks like ass. It's a console port, of course, but I feel like that's not an excuse. And if you test it, there's like all kinds of issues with it as well. But no, there was another Unreal game that ran like shit. If you compare it to something like Paragon that looked good back in the day and ran fine, and the difference was it was made by the developers, by the studio, by the company that developed the engine itself, and then on the other hand you have developers that buy or rent that engine for their game, and then they also use the assets made in the game. But that's besides the point, because that's just assets. But what they are using is the functionality of the game, like PUBG, for example. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is an Unreal Engine. One of the things that caused it to be capable of having so many exploits without actually being a proper like hacker, you know, any kid could do it. I've meddled with it as well, because you go to the documentation of Unreal Engine and almost everything you have in those documents, you can do it to the game from client side. So what people used to do, and I did it just to see if it works, obviously, because I was trying to get better performance on PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, because it ran like shit. Looked like shit, it ran like shit, and what's interesting is that there were so many I&I tweaks that you could make walls invisible. You could see people inside a building without seeing the building, and people were doing it client side, you know? And like I said, at the same time, Paragon, obviously a different game, maybe smaller scale, definitely looked better than PUBG, ran flawlessly, while something like PUBG and its garbage netcode, but besides the netcode and the lagging and all that shit, you had a clear performance issue with the graphics settings and whatever they were doing, you know, so...
Tribal fury.
I mean, I don't know exactly what was happening there, just like from a user perspective, it was just kind of crazy, you know? But yeah, have that stuff. So we have this local. It's crazy. How is that possible? Do we have... Do we have, do we have like blacksmiths in this? What increases it? I'm kind of curious. Like, I remember, was it 7 Days to Die that, or it was The Forest, one of the Unity engines games that had like core problems, and the developers came out and said, like, we can't do anything about it. It's in the engine. We've contacted the guys that are developing the engine, and they are working on a fix for the next version. And that's the end of story, because they cannot. I don't know if they know how, and maybe they're not allowed to fiddle with the engine, but that's the end of story. If the engine has a problem and the developer doesn't have access to it or doesn't know how to, you gotta wait for the developers of the engine to fix it. Non-aggression, but why am I supposed to pay you? And then on the other hand, you have something like CryEngine, which came from Crytek. And then you have something that is called Lumberyard, which is a modified version of CryEngine. And Star Citizen started on CryEngine and moved on to Lumberyard. So I guess if it's modified, they went into the engine and they're making adjustments based on their needs, which is, I think, is a good sign, because that means they could somewhat customize the engine to suit their needs, instead of having an engine that was not built for a space sim MMO type of game, you know, and shit like that. It's quite interesting, actually, at least to me again. Let's see, where do we land here?
Move! Moving!
There we go. Take him out, we take everything.
I go to war. Got it.
Like, I remember back in the day when I was playing lots of Space Engineers, and it had shit tons of crashing, and it was like I was closely following what was going on with that game because I was very interested in it, you know. And I think up until this day it runs like ass. The multiplayer cannot sustain more like than 30 people, and usually after a couple of weeks people have built a bunch of shit and that's it, like performance is dog shit. One of the things that was discovered later by the developers themselves is that in the netcode, if somebody would dig a hole on the moon, the machine and the server will update those tiles for everyone else that are not on the moon, which are not supposed to even have that update. And what it would cause if you have 30 people on different places in the universe, and somebody just digs something, it constantly like sends I guess, information packets to all the other 29 at all times. Now multiplied by another 29 because everybody are doing something. They're building, they're digging, and you have constant communication, which is not supposed to happen because you're not supposed to know about it because you're not there. It's not supposed to render for you anyways. We had shit like that. Another thing that they were using, I think, a physics engine Havoc, and I remember some, well, that person I think claimed to be a developer or something. I don't remember who that was exactly. But basically the problem was that the engine was, it was a physics engine that was never built for real-time physics, at least back then. I don't know if it ever got updated. And it only ran on like 2 cores because it was 32-bit and not 64-bit, and they created the Space Sim, which has like real life physics in it, simulations and all that shit, and the game would just constantly crash. The servers will always crash because of all the faulty calculations and all that shit, and it was like, it never worked, and it doesn't work up until this day. So it's quite interesting. Like basically, when you have a vision of a game, shit, he fucking killed him. Son of a bitch, how am I supposed to take control of all of those other towns now? Am I supposed to wait for him to spawn? Guess we're gonna conquer it manually, damn it. Basically, if you have a vision of a game but you don't have the technology, it's going to fail before you even begin executing it. That's what's interesting, because some things you just cannot do. One of the reasons that Anthem failed was because of the engine they were using. EA pressed hard on their developing studios to use the Frostbite engine. Frostbite engine was made by DICE, which is based in Sweden, and what's the name of the guys that are making the Mass Effect series? I forgot. And Dragon Age. Instead of bringing the engine, I don't know what engine they used for Dragon Age, but they already had like developed things for the UI and the RPG elements from Dragon Age experience. They started developing the game on the Frostbite engine, which didn't have anything related to RPG and all kinds of UI elements and all that shit. So they had, at some point, they had to rework the engine and build systems from the ground up. And I've watched several documentaries on it, and that sounds like fucking hell, just because the publishing studio told you have to do it, and that's about it, you know? What in the end happened, it was a broken piece of shit. It was a project of 7 years that was in limbo because of management, and that is part of management as well, so... But anyways, I'll stop here. I just kind of went on... down the yapping lane. We need to figure out. So technically it seems like I will need to do this one at a time, because they killed the warlord and it's gonna take a moment before he spawns again.
Making my way.
Where's my next quarry?
We are making a little bit of cash, it's just not enough to keep recruiting. It's a very, like, free space. What it allows us to do is basically chill. To go back and deal with Kislev. I mean, we could squeeze a few more bucks out of each structure here. This will give us another 200. B50 bum. Trespasser, the Empire. So, what's interesting is that when we started conquering Norsca, you see that the Empire Reichland and Tobacco Land there is also back on the horse. As in,
Dead, my lord.
they're getting strength.
Their vampire
There's a Y in Kislev. Wait a minute, what? Okay, so High Elves is at 28, what a surprise. Grimgore's at 70, and at 17. Yeah, Tobacco Land at 13. We're gonna be fighting a lot of the Empire forces.
All be slaves.
I'm curious where he landed.
War. Inevitable.
Where he will spawn
Mutant beast.
his character again. I'm gonna guess he'll go for. He'll probably go for capital. We should take a capital by capital.
I eat my enemies.
Okay.
Overrun the world.
We need to send a lord to the south
Slave the Southerners.
to hold these towns.
Bloodthirsty.
Damn it, the Empire ruined my plan. It sucks. Sucks big time. And the engine devs are like, we're somehow untouched. That is why, for example, I'm so impressed with a game like Path of Exile. It's a custom-made engine, developed in-house, if I'm not mistaken. And you could see how it progresses. It went from, if I'm not mistaken, it went from 32 bits to 64 bits. It has all kinds of extra options now. They did two versions of netcoding, predictive and lockstep, depends on your ping. One works better than the other, depends on your ping. They have Vulkan API now support as well. And Path of Exile 2 its visuals will rival Diablo 4. It's not like Diablo 4 was made from Diablo 3. Diablo 4 doesn't look like anything like Diablo 3. And I'm kind of curious, actually. I need to do some research about it. I'm curious about what engine Blizzard are using. But what's interesting about Path of Exile 2 is that Path of Exile 1 will also look like Path of Exile 2. It's not like you're gonna, because you have one client for both games. One will have 10 acts, the other one will have 7 acts, and you will be able to get to the same end game, which is the same goal, either by playing Path of Exile 1 or Path of Exile 2. And both will look the same and will have the same graphical fidelity. And I'm curious, is it because they're porting Path of Exile 1, or is it because it's the same engine and they're upgrading? Obviously they need to upgrade all the assets, I'm guessing, and all that stuff. But that's just impressive, you know? Usually, when you see a game that a sequel comes out and they claim that it will look better, it usually like moves from Unreal Engine 3 to Unreal Engine 4, you know, or some shit like that. But that's because they're actually using the next iteration of the engine from the company that develops the engine, and not because they developed the next iteration of the engine and now they have access to better visuals, you know, because if Epic did not develop Unreal Engine 4, well, you can't move from 3 to 4, it does not exist. What do? You don't do anything because you don't develop the engine, which means you keep using the third one. But if you have an engine that is in-house, I guess, made in, like, you made it, you have your own developers, then you just fucking improve it, and then make your next game with those improvements. It's such a big changer, it seems.
Overlord! Chaos Marauders! Chaos comes!
I really hope they don't have that damn spellcaster. I have PTSD from that guy. I didn't even check. Yeah, this army is way weaker than the other garrison that was kicking my ass. Throg the Undefeated got defeated. But again, like, I might be wrong, I don't have any insights, I'm not a journalist, I'm just like watching documentaries, reading things, reading like developers talking on different social media, like between the projects, and what went wrong, what went right, what they were doing, what they were using, how they were using it, and all that shit, and, you know, and things in practice. Let's see, what is this? Remember the... Oh, shit. Yes, I will like this. How did I miss this? Does it work with SFO? No. It's compatible with everything SFO, and most mods don't actually touch battle scripts. Didn't test in multiplayer. Somebody else says this save game compatible. Crashes my game to desktop. Forgot to use it until like around 120, and after saving my first formation in one battle, it would crash when entering any new battle. Okay, so I don't think I should use it mid-campaign. Nice, man, thank you. Yeah, I was actually bitching about it 3 years ago. I said, why the hell am I supposed to... Why there no group memory, and why do I need to always... set my formations, for example, in sieges. When you do a lot of sieges, you notice one thing that keeps happening is that you need to always align the towers, which seems like nothing, but once you do it like 50 times, it gets old. You know. Nice, man, thank you.
Draw the blood, God! Yes! Bring us to carnage!
Because most sieges are the same, it's just one wall, just the gates changes, and like you can't really align, you always need to align your towers again and again and again and again. It just gets tiring at some point, you know. No, somebody just basically said that if you use it mid-campaign, then any other battle is going to crash, it seems. So we will just use it. We will just use it in the next campaign, since I don't want to lose this campaign.
End them! That's the master speed! Rah! Now is our time!
And those anti-large are kicking our ass. Those actually monsters are kicking our asses.
Chaos Marauders! What do the gods desire? Retreat!
The gods demand it!
Rock ready!
What the hell? Who did that?
Pull back!
Right! Yes, Lord!
Units might get wiped there.
Retreat!
I guess I wasn't looking for that mod anymore, because there was a time when I was looking for it.
I'm ready! Eating time! They will succumb! Kill the summoners!
Shit, for trolls. Retreating.
Marauders! Ready to ravage!
I'd say their lord is also done.
Fall back! My god's gone! What? Yes, chieftain!
I think the lord is dead. Not sure.
Hurry home!
Let's take out their large units. Get our guys off the field.
Give me flesh! Okay! Chaos Marauders! Faster! Quick!
Get these guys off the battlefield.
Rock ready! What do the gods desire? Chaos Marauders! Ah! Chaos Marauders! Attack the mortals! Let me kill! Moving out! Tremble, mortals! Now! Get them!
There's an anti-large missile infantry coming in.
Charge them! Get them! Rock ready! Good plan!
Yes! Now!
Yeah! Quickly! Ah! They're done!
Chaos Marauders! So be it!
Ah!
Very well!
Charge! Slaughter! Bring us to carnage!
Did we lose somebody completely? Nope. On the right side I thought he would actually finish a few of our units because he was he had skin wolves and our guys were routing, so I thought he was gonna chase him, but no, he just redirected them to fight the main army. Sometimes when you're locked in battle it's not even worth repositioning, you just start losing units. I mean, I could have just clicked a few battalions to engulf just to get the flanking benefits and all that. Well, this is unfortunate. We're gonna lose levels in some of these towns
I eat my enemies.
because of occupation, but what can you do, right?
Enslave.
Our plans were ruined by the damn Empire.
Harbinger of war.
I guide the tribe.
Yeah, it remembers formation. It would be cool though if it was a quality of life featuring game that each army would have like 3 preset formations that you could like open the screen and just tick 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 tick, just position them, create groups for 3 presets, maybe 5. That's already too much for each specific army. Because if you create a formation for an army, then the other army has different units, then that formation is not that relevant. But for example, for this army, I would create one formation and groups and control groups, and for another army, I would create a different formation and control groups. For one army, I might want to use skirmish as I start the battle. For another, I will not. You have that option right here, but that's like on and off. It's not, say, skirmish or guard, for example. It's not specific to an army. It's not a biggie, but it takes a little bit of time to get used to deactivate the skirmish, for example, or if you deactivate it by default, it takes some time to get used to activate it when you need it. But I guess it could be useful to have those if you're getting ambushed, but then it kind of, the purpose of being ambushed is that you're not ready to fight, so that's kind of, that's ambush, right? But yeah, whatever.
Point away. Tribesmen, gather.
I am the Wanderer.
See if we can build anything. We're squeezing out the last piece of gold from every place. This costs cash, but it will also give us cash. And we are scattered all over the place. See, there's going to be a Marienburg is ours. What the hell, man? It's insane. Yeah, Norsca went far. I mean, well, Marienburg, somebody killed Paravan, so Marienburg is not that far, but it's far enough if they got to Paravan as well. Yeah, we'll try it in like a few custom battles off stream, and then we'll probably try that mod for another campaign. We'll see how useful it is. Because sometimes it seems like it's in your head the idea is great, but then it's just not that great in execution. Like when I was playing, we were playing Xenonauts, X Division mod, or was it Into Darkness? It was before X Division came out. Into Darkness, and I thought there was a mod, I think Xenophobia, that incorporated a bunch of things, and basically in that mod, it adds a layer of realism, which means you need to manufacture bullets for your guns, and if the aircrafts get shut down, you need to like collect the scraps, rebuild them, reorder, and all that shit. And on paper, it's amazing. When I was like, oh my god, this is the shit, let's play this. And I'm like, okay, let's play. And after a while, I realized how heavy it is on the management, and it was just not fun, and I just uninstalled those mods that created too much realism.
Me?
You. Where is that guy? I think he already spawned.
Yes,
Did he
your will.
Did he spawn? Trying to see if he's here, maybe. He's not. We are holding his capitals. I need him to appear. That's the thing that I need. So I can take everything at once instead of chasing him. What I probably could do is go into a town or next to a town.
My ice age comes.
And wait for him to spawn.
No stopping you.
Speak then.
He will spawn,
Slaughter the sheep. The hound compels.
and we will kill him
Despoil and ravage.
and get control of everything that is left.
Twisted thoughts. I know where. A battle is foreseen.
These guys are immortal. Okay. We need to respect these guys, but I'm too lazy right now to do so.
What?
Let's wait for that guy to spawn. Oh, I think that's him. I hope. Unless it's somebody else. It's on foot. An aggression. Fuck. We don't need that aggression from them. Puck.
King on thrones.
Demonic murderer.
See if it's him.
I'll
Is that... Shit, I don't see.
Lord of the monster horde. Got it.
Bring death.
Yes?
Yeah, we actually need a plan of action for the south because we're gonna have a war. Serious one, it seems. Tobacco Land took control of everything. We need to deal with Kislev. Let's see if they are already in cahoots. They are. Yeah. Military
Who
allies.
calls?
Oh, it's not Tobacco, Tabak clan, it's Hawkland, actually. Who cares? They're at war with the Greenskins and with the Thousand Maws, which is good. It's good for us, it's good for business. Yeah, we need to respect this guy. Wait a minute, I don't think it worked. Yeah, it did not work. Huh, interesting. It worked on Wolfric, it didn't work on this guy.
War. Inevitable. To war.
Let's try again. Oh, now it worked. It's like the game did not detect, because I want them to spread corruption. And I don't need the chariots, I'm not gonna be using him in combat, we're gonna be using him on a horse. He needs to be immortal, and he needs to be spellcaster. Spirit Leech, Life Leech, Ship, can cause terror. Axe, minus 22 leadership. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna use him as an agent, since he's already immortal, so we can use him as a combat unit spellcaster. Income from all buildings. Yes. Let's see. Doom and Darkness. Effect range 40 meters. Minus 22 leadership. That's pretty badass. Then he has the crazy vortex here. Direct damage. Fate of Buna. Melee attack, melee defense. This is good, I guess. Also deals damage. Yes, let's increase income. And probably increase rating. So whatever army he's gonna be in, he's gonna be boosting the rating, and also reserves. There you go.
Journey.
We need to keep the corruption in the
You say something.
Empire States.
Winter Tooth!
Oh shit, I reset Throg by mistake. What the hell?
Mutant Beast!
It's really weird. So this mod works, but it's a bit glitchy. Oh no, this sucks. Whoops. I mean, I remember what we had, and I didn't want to change anything anyways. Actually, I don't remember what I had. I remember some things. This is silly. First controls. I think we were going for Marauder Army anyways here. Even though we could build a troll army. Do you remember he had this? He had this. This. Bonus versus large. Yeah, we could get that later. Thing is, you could build like a troll army with anti-large infantry, but let's say you do a siege, then you would not be able to go on the walls with the trolls, and the anti-large are useless, so you will probably go for the objective. Force the enemy to follow you, but if he has melee missile infantry, he will just turn around on the walls and start shooting at you. So building a troll army is not a good idea. Go. And I actually don't know what were the last 2 points with him. Did something here, leadership or a missile resistance, maybe. Doesn't have that much leadership anyways. Guess we could increase his rating as well, but I think I'm gonna reduce his damage taken. Grand Troll Country. Enforcement's range 20% or 30%. It's kind of nice, I guess. Oh. Yeah, accidentally. So because I didn't move the character, I think the game thought this was the last character I moved. We set him accidentally. Custom battles and then multiplayer. Not a big fan of multiplayer.
They can run.
Chieftain of the tribe.
I think I've played just a few battles of multiplayer of the first one, long time ago. Multiplayer though is probably way more interesting since people react to you, you know.
No escape!
Despoil and ravage.
Better than AI? I mean, yeah, in some things not really. People know how to avoid the weaknesses of the AI that you can exploit, and at the same time it's always around the meta of the most exploitative tactic. While one thing the AI does better is the control of cavalry units. I mean, his positioning is terrible, but he can do it simultaneously. While human cannot do that. So what he does is while you're casting spells, he's casting spells at the same time disengaging and re-engaging his cavalry, maximizing his cooldown between the charge bonuses, which means he charged into you. Meanwhile, he's casting spells. At the same time, he's disengaging that cavalry unit and charging you again. Meanwhile, you're doing like one thing or maybe two things, depends on how fast you are. So that thing AI does better, but his positioning and like shot calls are just terrible. So yeah, there's no denying that.
Battle time is feeding time!
It's not Murkaka? Wait a minute, what is this? Where's the main guy? Damn, these fucking... Oh, this is a different garrison. I thought it was the same garrison. Like, oh my god.
Did you say something? Shaman sorcerer.
Bright rules!
It's all good. Hello, how are you doing?
Hungry and angry!
Now is our time! For the Chaos Gods!
What do you mean, some mods?
What do the gods desire?
What kind of mods? What are we talking about? You're talking about the faction mods? I think they're not compatible with the latest patch of Steel Faith Overhaul. Because there was a patch, and then when I was starting this campaign I was looking into the mods and I saw a lot of people like reporting on all kinds of them that do not work.
Destroy their world!
Oops.
Yes, chieftain! Faster!
Yeah, I mean later if they updated it, that's the problem with it though, when you have such a big overhaul, which is like my main focus.
Corn demands!
And sadly the other faction, the other mods, like they break, or they break this mod, or this mod breaks them, and you know.
So be it! Quick!
I like the functionality of this mod compared to just extra factions, but I would love to have like extra factions in my games to begin with, or to play with a faction that is not in the game with the functionality of this mod, you know. Unfortunately, well, it is what it is. Maybe by the time we finish this campaign, maybe some stuff will be updated.
Ready to ravage!
That's what the masters did! Corn demands! Lead us to mortals! Charge! Yes!
Yes! Rod ready!
For chaos!
Got it! Faster!
Where's the enemy?
I keep suffering from these dogs. I need to put an anti-large battalion.
Kill the summoners! Run, you dogs! Charge them! Charge! Very well! They will succumb! They will succumb! Chaos Marauders!
The dark gods command me!
Where did that Manticore go?
Fast
Oh, there it is.
Chaos Marauders! Command us! Chaos
He's protecting his missile infantry.
Rah! Now! Now! My gods call! Charge them! What do the gods desire? Kill the Southerners! Fight! Yes, Lord! Your will! Bring us to carnage! Charge them!
Yes, Marauders!
Kill the Southerners! Your will! Chaos Marauders! Your will! For chaos! Fine! For the Blood God! Corn demands!
Dark gods command me!
Chaos comes! Faster! Chaos Marauders! For the Blood God!
Well, if you enjoy it, then you should play it, man. Not a big fan, since I've played different Total Wars online.
Lead us to mortal!
I mean, I've played quite a bunch of StarCraft multiplayer as well. Mostly one, but second one as well, so I had my fill with PvP and all that shit.
I eat my enemies!
Some crazy extra HP.
World scourge!
Did I Volumetric leveled up? On what? This guy literally doesn't do anything. Sitting on his ass. Playing video games all day long.
I guide the tribe.
Yeah, I don't even know what 3 will be like, so I have no idea what to expect. So you're gonna buy the 3rd one only for the multiplayer?
Despoil and ravage.
It's kind of like, it's a little bit weird because the $60 price tag is mostly for the, you know, the mechanics. Like multiplayer usually doesn't have mechanics, it has the battle. The mechanics are like, you know, it's the factions from the single player, it's the maps, and that's it. It's just a set of rules. If I was like, it would be cool if they sold it like a portion that you could play only multiplayer for $20. I feel like they could have increased their, first of all, they would have had more sales. Second of all, they would have increased the population of their online community. Just sell the online portion for $20. That's it. I bet fucking Rockstar did bank when they sold RDR online. I think they're still selling it. They were selling it on a discount. I think they were selling it for 10, 15, something, $20, only the online portion. Just to sell it, you know, just to ship it off. I would have if I was the publisher or the owner, I would say, okay, guys, fucking ship it for $10. Ship the online portion for $10. Every extra faction that you want to use in online, $5. That's it, and you will go way above $60 price tag because you have so many factions. Or you would say, okay, buy the fucking game for $60. You get all these factions. The other ones are DLCs. You still make money. It's like, I wonder why they don't do something like that for the online portion. That is because it's like, I would not buy a game for $60 to play online. That's just doesn't seem cost effective. That is why I'm so disappointed with Bannerlord. It's like a shell of nothingness after a year of early access, and it seems like they're also kind of working on multiplayer. Like, yeah, some people enjoy multiplayer, but I will be playing Chivalry 2 rather than Bannerlord for multiplayer. If I was that interested, I would have probably played more DAO or something like that, you know. It's just Bannerlord is built around single player and mods, and I feel like Total War games are also. I mean, they don't have impressive AI or anything. It has like nothing is perfect, but I feel like that's the main focus in comparison to. And that's the thing. Like, for example, in Shogun 2, like I said, what was cool is that the persistency of the clans and how you control Japan with your clan while you're fighting for territories. That was cool, you know, because it was persistent. But just skirmish battles? That seems like half-assed. Anyways, let's check what we can build. Squeeze those monies. Okay. There is this structure here. Growth. Bar camp. Technically we need that other structure. I don't know if I need this necessarily. This is your Thursday? What? Saturday. Oh, this is my Thursday. Yeah. Agatha troops are cute. I love them. I soiled myself and no one cares. Some shit like that. There's a lot of other things. There's like also dumb AI peasants walking around saying stupid shit as well. This is a special structure, it seems. Special town. Yeah, it is. It's like that one we have in Norsca. Problem is Marienburg docks. It's just level 1. You can't even destroy this. This sucks. It cannot go like beyond level 3. Guess what we could do is chaos obelisks here. Create corruption and increase garrison. Because this provides some garrison. But at level 3, you can't actually use this. There's some money you can squeeze out of it, but it's not worth it. Let's see. I do want to get some garrison here when the war starts. Without this provides a little bit. Nah. Yeah, I think we're gonna ditch this. Probably build a garrison and probably get this. Increase corruption. But the garrison is gonna look kind of trash anyways. Yeah, whatever. We'll do it. We'll do it anyways. Alright, man. Have a nice day.
Shame and sauce.
I forgot about that guy. Shaman Sorcerer.
Slaughter the ship.
Some extra public order. You know what? I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna go for a 5 minutes break. I'm gonna leave the stream on. Let me put like a text yo message yo. Coffee break. Brazga. Coffee. Fuck. Coffee. Is it breaks? Coffee breaks. What the hell? Why am I clicking that? Coffee break. Be right back. I'll be right back. There we go. And to get like a countdown or some shit. Okay, welcome back, whoever is back here. Got my coffee, lurk mode. Okay, man. Enjoy lurking. Enjoy multiplayer. Gonna continue on our slow conquest of the world. I think we can grab this with him.
On the path.
I don't remember, what will it give us? Oh, it doesn't give shit. Actually, you can go into ruins with a hero, but you need a lord. For the sea treasures.
Journeying.
Journey. Okay. Right now we're kind of on chilling because we're not really moving much. I need to like secure this and go east as many as possible. Maintain presence in the southwest. Seems like we're actually making some money. And there we go. Destroyed it. Can build this. Corruption and garrison. Yeah, it's basically the same here. Oh, but I did not build this. AI did this.
Lord.
I don't know, what the hell? This place also seems to be special. Yeah, oh, it's... okay. Wealth and corruption. Yeah, these places, they're like this. I mean, we could get rid of this and just get a garrison here as well.
Yes.
I think let's go south because he's
Wide realms.
building an army there. Need to stop that from happening, and at some point I need to start recruiting with Wolfric.
Challenger.
But or let's improve his movement. Slowly start recruiting an army for him. Yeah, we're gonna build a marauder army with cavalry. Oh, the garrison could be kind of badass in this place, actually. I mean, probably hot trash, but
Intertooth!
Shit, I forgot there's this, terrain.
Disorder!
Is that considered to be his?
No stopping me! I'll have a crack!
Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Ah, shit. Yeah, they're making their moves.
Harbinger of war.
Yeah, the garrison is not bad this way.
A battle is foreseen.
Okay, so basically what will happen is that we need to... So, the Empire ruined my unification of Norsca. Now I need to manually grab these leftovers. This guy, I guess I'm not gonna touch for now. We'll see if we can make maybe an aggression with him or something. And then once we start the war with Kislev, it's going to be a war with Auckland, and let's see if they already signed with the Empire. They haven't signed with the Empire, but I imagine the Empire is going to chime in. And it's 24 towns plus 5, 29 towns. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to that guy.
Your will. War unceased. We are both their puppets. But the masters have sent you here to die.
He was at war with the 1,000 Maws.
Yes,
For Kar and Ka.
speak.
Rather sign with Negorond.
I am king of the Druki. I refuse. I approve.
On aggression with him.
Cruel dread, speak whilst you can.
Yes, we will be fighting the High Elves as well. Wow, Grimgor is number 1. Where are the Dwarves?
One rug!
They're actually not doing that great. Interesting.
Harbinger of war.
Garrison's gonna get stronger there.
Me?
No!
Oh, there we go. That's him.
See death. Move!
You're a pretender.
So
Enslave the Southerners.
now we will united. I see that the
say something.
My ice age comes.
I died to try.
Oh, a beast man going ham, declare war on everybody. This is good. I like these port settlements that you can set down shit tons of corruption on the man states.
A horde has been observed nearby, my lord. They march with their whole civilization.
Battle time is feeding time. Rook hears you. Killing at last. Ready!
The enemy field flying to...
Guard demands! Now! Ready to ravage! The
Bring us to carnage! Moving! Order the tribe! Chaos Marauders! The Dark Gods command me! Blood for the Blood God! You said it! They're done! Chaos Marauders! That's what the Masters speak! Bring us to carnage! Fight! What do the gods desire? Chaos Marauders! Give us carnage! Run! Yes, Lord! Charge! Mortal food! Charge! Eat your souls! Gods demanded! Chaos Marauders! Where's the enemy? Gonna get spoiled! Chaos Marauders! Slay every mortal! Born divine! Rock ready! Chaos Marauders! Get them! For the Blood God! Yes! Shut them! Rock ready! I do it! Chaos Marauders! Ah! Quickly! What do you think? Mortal fool! No! I am Overlord! Rock ready!
Wow, we're getting wrecked, man.
Order the tribe! Move! Moving! Rock ready! Blood for the Blood God! They'll be screaming! Chaos Marauders! More ground! Faster! Rock ready! Rock ready! Maraud! Quick! Moving out! Retreat! Just a sec! Good plan! Stomp on! Scorpion! Can and will! Rock ready! Destroy their world!
What the hell? Brock took so much damage. We need to take out their lord.
And angry! Attack! Let me kill!
I think we will win, but
Faster! Quick! My God, call! Yes! Monster steps! Maraud! Fight!
Ready! Suppose. Fine! End them! Rock ready! They'll see! Wreck!
Okay, it's time for a death ball, just running around, chasing them down. Problem is probably their missile infantry and all that shit that causes some shit. The anti-large ones as well. They have anti-large cavalry as well. Because we're not causing them to rout. I wonder if we got any units wiped. What the hell? What charged into me? Shit, we gotta keep Throg alive though. Fucking Manticore going ham. Yeah, they keep charging into Throg. And what's interesting, this is just a garrison, just shows how weak, we're not weak, but how we need to upgrade the army, since, well, it's not capable of, I mean, I was kind of, you know, controlling also with, while talking on the phone. Shit, somebody died? These are quite low. Who killed the most? The trolls still. Yeah, if they have like anti-large and they have large at the same time, then it's a game changer. You cannot stomp them. I think we're gonna have some epic battles with yeah, these guys died. With the humans. I mean, didn't we just confederate? Yeah, that's it. That's it. The north is ours.
Lord of the monster!
War unseat, whichever woeful deity protects you. It ends here. We'll spill your blood. Marauders all. I've been
Gonna slowly work to
prepare to be ripped to shreds. Done.
gonna pay them off and try maybe confederate. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh wow, I think they actually addressed how much.
Fine.
This gives them 20. They were really pissed for us killing that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get them on our side.
It's done.
No time for war, right?
Accepted.
Need to restructure the military and go south.
Understood.
And best case scenario is probably if I send like a strong army and not
Doubts.
the army I have here, because then I'll just get smashed. Take me forever to rebuild as well. We need Wolfric as well with us.
You say something.
Was this the guy that we've... No, this is the guy we didn't do a reset for him. To do a reset for him.
Ooh.
Who?
Making my way.
There we go. Because I need him for corruption, force, spell. Vitality, not to forget that. This. Gonna boost the raiding army. Anything else I missed? He's just level 22. War of Chaos. Go.
Battle is foreseen.
Tribesmen, gather!
My challenge? Undeniable.
Do we have access to Huskarls? Where are they? Wait a minute, what? Oh, he maxed out. Wait a minute, what? Oh, you don't... I think you don't get them unless you play with... or you start with Wulfric. Huskarl's supposed to be here, but at the same time, this is weird. All of this shows us 1. Right? Instead of like 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing it's because... Yeah, I'm guessing it's when you play Wulfric you get Huskarls because it's one of a very strong unit. Okay.
Where's my next quarry?
Guess we're gonna go with the regulars, schmegulars. Stagger shot. Slowly build force here.
Shaman sorcerer.
Corruption going.
Yes, go.
Why are you raiding me, dude? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Can we be friends? With this motherfucker in the raiding stance. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. We spread corruption like this. This is a very powerful structure. Force them to slow down.
True savages!
Okay, yeah, we need to deal with Kislev. We need to bring Throg on the other side. I might actually take this whole, maybe this coastline. We will need an army here and we will need an army on the other side. So since Throg is here, I guess we're gonna leave him here as well. We're gonna start the war in a moment here.
I'll get there.
Overrun the world.
My Ice Age comes.
Let's see, do we have provinces that are not being taxed? Yes. Lack of corruption, -11. Okay, we'll soon fix that. Hell Pit needs an army. Before we start the war, I need to send somebody here. Think probably ditch this and get growth, or at least the corruption structure. Do we have that here? Stone monolith. I think growth probably be better than this.
Chieftain of the tribe.
Send this army
Hound
here.
compels.
Speak.
I think we'll just build a marauder army for him. That's all.
What? I guide the tribe.
Oh wow, we have actually lots of these fools here as well.
Harbinger of war.
Really weird though. We have an upkeep for them, but it seems like we're not really paying for them. I'm not sure.
Did you say something? Tracking.
Gonna send these guys into the Empire lands as well. Plus corruption. He's not immortal, not yet.
I can. The voices. I know where. Making my way. A battle is foreseen.
I feel like there's probably more of these guys elsewhere. The amount of banners we can have, but I don't think, not sure if these banners, the followers and banners take effect when he's not in a lord's army. What? Got an achievement of some sort. his growth.
Disorder!
Because we will need to raid here.
Prowling! I knew it!
I guide the tribe. Speak then!
Let's see. Yeah, corruption. $18 from characters. Nice. Into 4. There. It's gonna be corrupted in no time.
True savages.
Yeah, the garrison here is complete. I think this will hold against at least one stack, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Let's get the garrison here. Corruption. This guy.
Slave the Southerners.
To get Wolfric ready.
I am the one.
It's taking me a while to recruit all these units. Who's this guy? Oh, this guy. So we have basically an army and a half here and another army and a half here we will have. I think we can spawn another army because of the upkeep. The problem is actually recruiting them. Now, if we had structures that reduce recruitment cost, obviously it would have been easier, but then we did not have the structures that increase the income.
Dominate.
Okay, these guys are a bit happier with us.
Let's find somewhere quiet. Not a chance.
Let's pay them off again.
You have my favor.
We will get a we'll get a non-aggression with them. Let's see if we can get some
Bow. I strongly suggest
some
proceed.
trade agreements. Okay, maybe next.
Overlord, you may speak your words, but they will you dare.
Master of welcome to the Black Court.
Target call, one through.
More killing. Shaman sorcerer.
It's pretty cool that we have all these sorcerers. We have shit tons of others that I think we can recruit. No, actually, we didn't kick them, so we cannot recruit them, and they will come back anyways. But this is weird. Oh, we can have 12 of these, but we cannot have any of the shaman sorcerers. We just have them because the other tribes had them. But we have access to all of these guys. Look at that. We got 4 lords, level 20. 5 lords, that's pretty good. Basically, we confederated after they leveled up, which is really good. Not gonna be fighting with like sticks and rocks, basically. These guys gonna have some stats, some upkeep reduction, some boosts to the trashiest units. Will make them tougher, which is good. To increase growth here.
Tribal fury.
Come on, man. Where are you going? I think he's going for Kislev, but still. What are you doing? I think I'm gonna go for that world plague. No, actually I'm gonna go for the legendary lord. Even though at this point we have so many level 20s to recruit, which means all of them are immortal. We can make them immortal, at least.
Take what's there. I find your motives unclear. Which denied?
Born to command. Welcome. Now bow. Never.
How much do you want to be? Like, the hell, man? What the hell?
Slaughter the sheep.
We're actually going to cause a rebellion here.
Yes.
I love that.
Agreement.
Yep, it's not gonna take that long. Corruption combined with raiding.
Battle time is feeding time!
War unceasing. War inevitable.
I mean, we could get rid of this garrison. Actually build more money.
Yes.
But
What?
we will do it eventually. I need to keep recruiting units with Wolfric.
Overrun the world!
I'm listening. Undefeated.
X. And it's sad that we're doing it, but we did some research just to get that +1 public order. Tilia Empire. Fighting greenskins. I think we're gonna get this. Even though we're about to fight humans, but usually what happens is that I start fighting somebody and I start researching the thing that, you know, I need for that specific faction I will be fighting against, and by the time I'm done, I'm fighting somebody else completely, and that upgrade is not useful. And it seems like the orcs are #1 right now. Even though they're far away, I think it might be nice to be prepared. Dwarves and orcs, I think. So I think we're gonna start with dwarves, because there are some dwarves over there. Weapon strength and plus 10 leadership. Bigger loss reduction for cavalry units. Oh wow, that's kind of that's an all-around thing, but we also have this. So let's start with vigor loss for marauders first. We haven't gotten the regular ones. And I think I didn't even do the quest for Throg for his item. We need ice trolls. Yeah, and I didn't do any hunts as well.
Well,
Kind of doing a shit job here.
despoil and ravage.
World war. Demonic murderer.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, let's go for more cash.
Did you say something?
Oh wow, this place. Man, this place is in trouble. Look at that. 4 raiding lords, 4 shaman sorcerers. Corruption 54 from characters. Holy shit.
Harbinger
Nice.
of war.
This place is going to implode. Let's see how. So 50% is still lack of corruption.
Let's fight.
Let's see. Nice. I guess it begins by killing this unit first. He marched. Oh, they raised it. Okay. We lost all that revenue. Okay, let's see. Kislev.
Tribesmen gather.
They still kind of don't like
Let's
us.
fight.
Speak. Words have great power. I refuse.
I refuse.
Speak.
Come on, 73. Let's sign this.
Rank idiot.
Are you fucking kidding me? What's your problem, dude? Let's see, they're at war with the Empire. Yeah, we're about to make them all happy. Let's see, we're gonna go to war with Kislev, and that means tobacco. No, that's Hookland. Yeah.
What?
Hookland is at war. Oh, they're also defensive alliance with Reichland. Let's see if the Empire gets pulled in.
To the
Reichland.
4 corners.
Empire Knights. Huh.
The eternal challenger.
I guess we could grab some regiments of renown for this guy.
Offerings of death.
Yep, They broke their agreement with Reichland. Reichland did not join them.
As good as dead.
Shit, I put Wulfric on... Why is he on the Mammoth? Didn't we reset him? I think I glitched it out or something. I think we reset and I accidentally put him on a Mammoth. I wonder if it causes a problem. I think it could cause some kind of a problem with the game.
Wulfric the Wanderer!
Chaos Marauders!
Wait a minute, what?
Very well!
Very well. These are anti-large, anti-infantry now. That's great.
For chaos! Call demands! Call demands! Get them! Yes! Yes! For the blood god! Charge them! Attack the mortals!
We don't have anti... Well, yeah, we didn't build any melee anti-large that prevents charge.
Charge! Rah!
There's quite a few anti-infantry cavalry units. Let's hope those champions can hold. Oh shit, getting shot.
Norsca obeys hunger! Rah! Slaughter!
Prepare to ruin!
Yeah, I think I glitched it out and now he has Sea Fang on the Mammoth. I wonder if I'm gonna cast it, if it's gonna crash the game or something. These are anti-large.
Slaughter! The Dark Lords command me! Attack them! Chaos Marauders!
These guys are anti-large, but they get completely annihilated by cavalry units. They're not. They're incapable of.
Give us carnage! Yes! Yes! Eat yours!
Incapable of fighting them.
Call demands! Corn demands! Faster! A blade's hunger! Get them! Chaos Marauders! Bring us to carnage! No! Faster! A blade's hunger! Ah! Marauder horsemen! Charge! Get them!
At least we have the assault infantry anti-large.
Now! Moving! Ah! Give us carnage! What?
Ooh, that charge is horrible. Holy shit.
Waste no time!
Faster! Our blades hunger! Give us ruin! Chaos Marauders! Brother, horsemen, for the blood god! Bring us to carnage! Yes!
What do you bid?
Now!
Into position!
Chaos Marauders! The dark gods command me! Khorne demands! Bring us to carnage! Run, you dogs! Brother, horsemen! Now! Your will! Dark them! Now! For the blood god! What? Chaos Marauders! Brother, horsemen! Call demands! Quickly! Charge them! Get them! Ah! Those are the shade! We want their eyes! That's the monster's feet! Charge!
Slay them! As long as we draw breath, Marauders!
They will succumb! Chaos Marauders!
The inescapable one! Wulfric the Wanderer!
Har! What? My God's call!
I'll take hits!
Dun, 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 dun.
Embarking!
Yeah, let's see what's this glitch with the mammoth.
Challenge? Undeniable.
Because we don't have the mammoth. Yeah, we glitched it basically. Going to remove it because I set him on the mammoth and then I reset him by mistake. So there we go. We should not be on the mammoth, and that way, now it doesn't show Wulfric here. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. And that way, I broke the game in such a way that you could use skills that you're not supposed to use on the mammoth. But there we go. We fixed it. I don't want to. That was not my purpose of glitching the game. Okay, so this is, it's raised. What we can do is we could keep spreading corruption.
Sorcerer.
Yeah, there's going to be a rebellion here.
Hexa, I guide the tribe. Stop this torment.
Slaughter the sheep.
Can we colonize this?
The tribe consents. Marauders all.
Yeah, establish an outpost. Yeah, we're gonna build garrisons along the coast, which is awesome. Yeah, we are at war with Hawkland.
I'll have a crack!
I'll have some crack, he said. Okay. The junkie troll.
Enslave the Southerners.
Thing is, this allows any recruitment? I'm not sure.
To the four corners.
Need to finish the recruitment here. We didn't get any anti-large, unfortunately. Doesn't accept the missile. I guess we could do just that. I think Juggernaut doesn't mean that knockback resistance allowing them to attack unimpeded. I'm not sure if knockback, I guess they don't get charged through, so maybe that's actually good enough.